Hi, Rowan. How are you doing?
Hi, Milka. I'm good. I'm just trying to process all of these online discussions about what potential job action at Queen's might look like in a few weeks. I've been to the strike info sessions and all the bargaining town halls, and I watched 901 Mythbusters episode 1. So I've got a pretty good idea about what a strike is all about, but I just feel like everyone is not on the same page.
Yes, there's a lot of online discourse about strikes being disruptive, and there's a lot of anxiety. Teaching and learning at Queen's wouldn't be possible without TAs to teach students in tutorials, facilitate labs, and answer questions, offer support during office hours, or give constructive feedback during grading. Queen's would not function without groundbreaking courses designed and delivered by TFs who revolutionize their classrooms and discipline, broaden their fields of study, and contribute to Queen's top-ranking reputation. Without RAs, hundreds of cutting-edge research projects from top faculty in their fields would not be able to contribute to the high standards of research at Queen's and within their own disciplines.
Yeah, it's almost like graduate student workers, and the work that we do is extremely valuable, if not irreplaceable, for the most basic operations of Queen's as an educational institution.
Right? I mean, we know how important our work is, but looking at the conversations online, it seems like people are already getting mad about potential disruptions on campus.
You know what? Episode 2 of 901 Mythbusters just dropped. Why don't we put the link in the comments and then direct any concerned undergraduates, parents, and members to watch the video?
Great idea!
While strikes may cause some disruption, contingency plans typically ensure that courses are completed, exams are held, and students graduate on time. This is largely up to the employer, Queen's, and the best route for them to minimize disruption to course offerings and student progress is to prevent a strike from happening by meeting us at the table with a dignified contract. If they don't, and workers are forced to take action by a way of a strike, it is again up to Queen's to end the strike by offering us a fair contract. The sooner Queen's administration starts treating us with basic respect, the sooner a strike will be over, and campus life will be back to normal.
If we do end up needing to go on strike, undergraduates, faculty, parents, and community members can help speed things up by coming out to support their TAs on the picket line, organizing themselves with their student governments, councils, or clubs to send letters to university administrators supporting our right to a fair contract or showing us your support in other ways. In the long run, the improvements won through strikes, such as better working conditions for all workers and more accessible resources, will benefit the quality of education undergraduates receive at Queen's.
We completely understand that members might be worried about loss of income if we go on strike and would be hesitant to go on strike if it meant not being able to pay rent or buy groceries. While it is true that your TA, TF, or RA pay will be disrupted by attending the picket line and taking on other strike duties, taking these duties will allow 901 members to receive strike pay in the place of Queen's wages, but only if you have signed your RAND card. PSAC 901 also has an emergency support fund available to all members for additional support on rent, groceries, and other essential needs.
However, we can minimize potential loss of income by showing up in large numbers from the get-go, seeking support from undergraduate students, other workers, and community members, and putting as much pressure on Queen's to end the strike as quickly as possible by coming to the table with a fair contract.
Whether or not there are disruptions to your research process is entirely up to you. What we do as researchers amounts to work for the university that produces knowledge for the university and knowledge that the university capitalizes upon through rankings, grants, and awards. So our research is work. However, it is not work that falls under PSAC 901 collective agreement. So when we go on strike, it is up to each member to decide if they want to demonstrate to Queen's the value of their research by withholding it.
We recently circulated a strike readiness survey to members and got a lot of great insight into some of the main concerns that members might have with going on strike. We really appreciate your feedback, and we will be addressing your most pressing questions, concerns, and any of the major misconceptions we saw popping up throughout the responses in the next episode of 901 Mythbusters.
If you haven't done the strike readiness survey yet, we encourage all members to make your voices heard by filling it out in the next couple of days. Your feedback is invaluable for informing us of the trajectory of the collective bargaining process, and we appreciate all the engagement we have gotten on the survey so far.
We also have a bargaining town hall coming up on the 5th of February, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. You can RSVP via the link tree right now.
Lastly, we encourage all members to fill out their RAN card, which will ensure that you are eligible for strike pay in the event of a strike. An email was sent out recently to all 901 members, which include instructions on how to complete your RAN application.
Stay tuned for the next episode of 901 Mythbusters, and as always,
Solidarity forever!
Woo!
Good job, team!